Sophia Reyes vanished after entering Sheikh Khalid Al Mansour's desert villa. But the secret she left behind exposed a mystery no one expected. In the heart of Dubai's luxury world, where private jets moved across the sky and massive fortunes were hidden behind grand gates, a mystery began with the sudden disappearance of a young Filipina flight attendant named Sophia Reyes. Sophia had always dreamed of building a better life. Coming from the Philippines, she worked hard to create a successful career in aviation. To her colleagues, she was known as responsible, kind, and focused on her future. She spent most of her days traveling between countries, experiencing a world that was very different from the simple life she had once known. Everything changed when she met Sheikh Khalid Al Mansour, a fictional Emirati billionaire known for his powerful business empire and private lifestyle. Their first meeting was never meant to become a major event, but over time, their connection grew stronger. Sophia was suddenly introduced to a world filled with luxury cars, private locations, and exclusive gatherings far beyond her normal life. However, the glamorous lifestyle came with a hidden side. Sophia began keeping parts of her life secret from friends and family. The people around her noticed changes, but did not understand what was happening behind closed doors. The relationship between Sophia and Sheikh Khalid remained hidden from the public. Nobody knew how serious it had become or what secrets existed between them. Then one day, Sophia entered a private desert villa owned by the billionaire and never returned. Her phone went silent, her plans disappeared, and her family was left searching for answers. At first, many believed Sophia had simply walked away from her old life. But as investigators looked deeper, they discovered details that pointed toward a much darker mystery waiting inside the isolated desert villa. As investigators began examining Sophia Reyes' disappearance, they discovered that the life she lived in Dubai was far more complicated than anyone had imagined. Behind the luxury and expensive experiences was a woman trying to understand her place in a world filled with wealth, influence, and hidden expectations. Sophia's sudden change in lifestyle had caught the attention of people close to her. She had started visiting exclusive locations and traveling to places most people could only dream of seeing. Yet despite the beautiful surroundings, there were signs that she had become more private and careful about what she shared with others. The investigation revealed that her connection with Sheikh Khalid Al Mansour had grown deeper over time. The billionaire was respected publicly for his business achievements, but his personal life remained carefully protected. Very few people knew who had access to his private world or what happened behind the walls of his properties. The desert villa became the center of attention because it was one of the most isolated places connected to Sophia's final movements. Unlike the busy city locations where cameras and people were everywhere, the villa offered complete privacy. It was a place where important meetings could happen without attracting attention. When authorities reviewed Sophia's last known activities, they discovered that she had traveled to the villa shortly before she disappeared. Records confirmed her arrival, but there was no clear evidence showing that she ever left. The missing information created a growing mystery. Investigators started searching every detail of Sophia's life, hoping to find a reason behind her disappearance. What they uncovered next would reveal that the story was not just about a secret relationship, but about the desert villa stood alone in the middle of the vast landscape, surrounded by endless sand and silence. From the outside, it looked like a peaceful retreat built for privacy and relaxation. But after Sophia Reyes disappeared, the villa became the most important location in the investigation. When authorities entered the property, they found several details that raised serious questions. The place appeared unusually quiet, and some areas showed signs that someone had tried to remove traces of what happened there. Certain personal items connected to Sophia were missing, making investigators believe that someone had carefully controlled what evidence remained. Sophia's phone became a major part of the investigation. Experts discovered that important information had been deleted, including messages and records from the days before her disappearance. However, digital specialists were able to recover small pieces of hidden data that suggested someone had attempted to hide the truth. The investigation became more complicated because Sophia's relationship with Sheikh Khalid al-Mansour had never been publicly confirmed. People connected to the billionaire avoided discussing her connection with him, leaving investigators with limited information and more unanswered questions. As detectives studied Sophia's final days, they found signs that she had been preparing for a major change in her life. She had organized personal documents and saved important information that suggested she was planning for the future. This discovery created a new mystery. Was Sophia preparing to leave behind the secret world she had entered, or was she planning to reveal something that could put powerful people at risk? The desert villa remained silent, but every piece of evidence found inside brought investigators closer to uncovering the hidden events surrounding Sophia's final moments. The investigation took a dramatic turn when authorities discovered new information hidden among Sophia Reyes' personal belongings. What appeared to be a simple case of a missing woman slowly became a much deeper mystery involving secrets, power, and people trying to protect their own interests. Inside Sophia's private files, investigators found records that showed she had been carefully documenting parts of her life. The information included details about her meetings, travel history, and financial changes after becoming connected with Sheikh Khalid al-Mansour. These records suggested that Sophia was not only living a secret life, but also preparing for something important. The discovery changed the direction of the investigation. Officials began to believe that Sophia may have known information that could create problems for people around the billionaire. The relationship that once seemed like a hidden romance started to look more complicated. Another surprising detail emerged when investigators discovered a former employee connected to the desert villa. The employee had access to the property and knew the routines of the people who visited. Shortly after Sophia's disappearance, this person was no longer reachable, adding another layer of suspicion to the case. As more details came together, investigators realized that the villa was not just a private escape location. It had become a place connected to secrets that several people wanted to keep hidden. The evidence raised new questions about what truly happened on the night Sophia disappeared. Was she trying to escape a dangerous situation? Was she planning to expose something she had discovered? Or had she unknowingly become involved in a conflict much larger than herself? With every new discovery, the mystery surrounding Sophia's final days became darker, and the search for the truth became more complicated than anyone expected. As the investigation continued, the search for answers became more difficult. Months passed, but the mystery surrounding Sophia Reyes and the desert villa remained unsolved. Investigators focused on every detail, trying to understand why someone had attempted to erase parts of her final days. New evidence revealed that several records connected to Sophia had been changed or removed. Digital information, security details, and financial records showed signs that someone had tried to cover their tracks. The more investigators looked, the clearer it became that Sophia's disappearance involved careful planning. The biggest breakthrough came when experts recovered a forgotten backup file containing information Sophia had saved before she vanished. The discovery revealed that Sophia had been collecting details about events happening around her. She was not only recording her connection with Sheikh Khalid al-Mansour, but also keeping information about conflicts involving people connected to his business world. This changed everything. The investigation no longer focused only on the secret relationship between the billionaire and the flight attendant. It became a search for the hidden reasons behind Sophia's actions before her disappearance. The recovered files suggested that Sophia had discovered something unexpected. She may have learned about disagreements, private dealings, or information that powerful people wanted to remain hidden. Her decision to keep records showed that she believed the information was important enough to protect. As investigators followed this new path, they realized Sophia's story was connected to a much larger situation than they first imagined. The woman who seemed to have disappeared without a trace had actually left behind clues that slowly revealed a hidden world. The desert villa mystery was no longer just about what happened to Sophia. After months of searching, investigators finally uncovered evidence that changed the entire direction of the case. The mystery surrounding Sofia Reyes' disappearance had remained hidden behind layers of secrecy, but the truth was slowly beginning to emerge from the shadows. Evidence discovered near the desert villa confirmed the worst fears of Sofia's family. The investigation revealed that Sofia had not simply left Dubai or disappeared by choice. Her final moments were connected to the isolated property where she was last seen, turning the case into a tragic death investigation. However, the discovery brought more questions than answers. Investigators found that the events surrounding Sofia's death were not as simple as they first appeared. The evidence suggested that multiple people had been involved in hiding important details and delaying the truth from being discovered. The powerful world surrounding Sheikh Khalid Al Mansour made the investigation more complicated. Wealth, influence, and connections created barriers that made finding the complete story extremely difficult. People who knew important information remained silent, and hidden relationships between different individuals started coming to light. As investigators continued piecing together the timeline, they discovered that Sofia's death was connected to the secrets she had uncovered before she vanished. The information she had collected became one of the most important parts of the investigation. The case revealed a darker side of a world built around luxury and appearances. Behind the expensive properties and public success was a story involving trust, fear, and hidden conflicts. Sofia's final days showed how a person searching for answers could become trapped in a situation far more dangerous than expected. The desert villa, once seen as a symbol of wealth and privacy, became the investigation into Sofia Reyes' death eventually became a story that revealed the hidden dangers behind a world of wealth, influence, and secrecy. What started as the disappearance of a young Filipina flight attendant turned into a complex case filled with unanswered questions, hidden information, and unexpected discoveries. As the truth slowly came out, the public learned that the events surrounding the desert villa were far more complicated than they first appeared. The connection between Sofia and Sheikh Khalid Al Mansour had opened the door to a secret world where personal relationships, business interests, and powerful connections were closely connected. The evidence collected during the investigation showed that Sofia's final days were filled with uncertainty. She had entered a world that looked glamorous from the outside, but behind the luxury was a reality filled with risks she never expected. The people involved in protecting the secrets around the villa could not keep the truth hidden forever. The information Sofia left behind became the key to understanding what happened and why so many details have been covered. For Sofia's family, discovering the truth brought a painful form of closure. They finally had answers about what happened to the woman who had left home chasing a better future. The desert villa remained a reminder of the events that unfolded there. A place once connected to private meetings and luxury became a symbol of how hidden secrets can eventually come to light. Sofia's story became more than a mystery about a billionaire and a secret relationship. It became a reminder that behind fame, fortune, and powerful images, there can be stories that remain hidden until someone